The Orion Township Library dedicated their meeting room to a former director who helped make the library what it is today. More than 1,000 area residents took part in an event that helped them properly dispose of their household hazardous waste. One Lake Orion family narrowly averted tragedy when a family pet started a fire in their home. We'll have the details coming up. And music lovers were treated to a performance by the Detroit Youth Choir, who achieved fame on America's Got Talent. Hello everyone, I'm Stacy Calloway. We'll have those stories and more on this edition of ONTV News. After canceling the event in 2020 due to the pandemic, Lake Orion's American Summer returned to the community. Running from June 23rd to July 4th, a restaurant week and pub crawl raised funds for a local nonprofit. This year, the event raised $1,000, which was donated to the Orion Veterans Memorial. Orion trustee Brian Burney and his wife Kathy presented the check to the Veterans Memorial Board on July 14th.
We always have to fall back onto what Lake Orion's American Summer and the 4th of July is about, and it's about our nation's independence, and we wouldn't be an independent country if it wasn't for our armed forces and all those who died fighting for our freedom. So we thought this was a perfect time to give back to the Veterans Memorial. Wish it was a lot more, but you know, $1,000 can go a long way. There was over 300 people that participated in the pub crawl, and they knew that portion of the proceeds was going to the Orion Veterans Memorial, so this is the biggest year we've ever had. Over 15 participating locations, over 300 participants, so it was a pleasure. It's a labor of love, it's a lot of hard work, but when I was telling Kathy, Dr. Joe sent us a very nice voicemail. I said, doesn't this make it all worth it? You know, and it does, and it's a great community event. We love giving money back to the community, and we hope that the restaurants and bars had a fantastic week and day for the pub crawl, which from what I heard, they did. So,
Board Chair Dr. Joseph Mastromateo was on hand to accept the generous donation.
We are very thankful for it, number one. And it came as a total surprise. I was out of town on a family reunion out in Maine when I heard the good news. And I just was floored because I had no idea of them doing this. So Brian, who is a member of our board, and wife Kathy, they were wonderful in thinking of us, and I certainly do appreciate it, as I know I speak for all the board members of the Orion Veterans Memorial.
The Orion Veterans Memorial hosts ceremonies on site throughout the year and invites the community to come out on Patriot Day to observe the 20th anniversary of the tragic events that took place on September 11th, 2001. As things slowly returned to normal at the Orion Township Public Library, its staff and board were able to host a ceremony to honor someone who helped make the library what it is today. On the evening of Thursday, July 15th, library staff, former staff, and board members gathered in the meeting room to dedicate the room to former library director Linda Sickles. Current director Karen Knox welcomed those in attendance and unveiled a plaque that had been mounted on the wall.
There we go. She left some very big shoes, is what I remember most. I got to spend a day or two with her before she completely left the building, and she did kind of this giant brain dump, and I remember scribbling furiously in a notebook all the things that I was trying to remember that she was trying to teach me. She did some phenomenal things here, and I just felt very honored to try to pick up where she left off and continue moving forward.
Board President Marianne Thorntoncraft told us the board wanted to memorialize Linda Sickles in some way and decided to name the largest room in the library after her.
She was just an awesome lady that her love for the library and the love for education was just instrumental. And then when she asked me to be like on the front, to join the Friends again, what could I say? No. And then when there was an opening on the board, then again she asked me, and you know, when Linda asked, you do. So I did. But she was just an awesome lady, and she did so much for our library and for our community. I mean, she was she loved this community.
The library originated here in Lake Orion when the General Federation of Women's Clubs created the Ladies Literacy Club in 1926. President Renee Myron Olimpich told us what Linda Sickles meant to the GFWC's legacy.
That is a tough one because she was someone that liked to have her fingers in every single aspect of the library, being able to do whatever she could, and so she worked in fact, the closet over there in the corner, that was given as a dedicated closet to General Federation of Women's Club, and partly because of her working with the club. And Barb, wasn't she a member of the club?
Yes,
yeah, she was actually a member of General Federation of Women's Club.
Why I came.
And so, yeah, she just meant a lot. And actually, my husband and I, we moved here in '79, and I remember going to the library on M24, just that little place. And so that was probably the first time I ever met her.
Linda Sickles was hired as the library director in 1980. She retired in January of 2011 after 31 years of service. Sadly, she passed away in December of 2019.
It's just been a wonderful career. I think that I have spent almost half of my life in this position, and it's been very rewarding and challenging at times, but I think it's just been a delight to serve this community, and I thank them for the support they have given the library and me to be able to do what we do.
While the library honors its former director, its current director, Karen Knox, announced she'll be leaving the library very soon. Her last day will be August 7th, which also happens to be the library's summer reading finale. We'll have more information on our next newscast. If you find yourself cleaning out the garage or basement and you want to get rid of old paint, used oil, or other unwanted chemicals, don't throw them away. Oakland County offers opportunities to properly dispose of household hazardous waste. On Saturday, July 24th, more than 1,000 Oakland County residents descended on Kensington Church on M24 for a no-haz collection event. It was one of several events planned throughout the year by Oakland County and the first time it's ever been held at Kensington. Attendees were encouraged to drop off household hazardous waste such as paint and cleaners, as well as electronics, batteries, and fluorescent lights. The event is free for Lake Orion residents.
The main goal is to eliminate direct landfill for any of these household hazardous chemicals, right? Because homeowners, you can pretty much throw your stuff away. So when we offer these programs, we're able to redirect that so it doesn't end up going direct landfill. A lot of it does get recycled.
Oakland County contracts with ERG Environmental Services to organize the events and collect the materials. Approximately 100 people are on site to welcome visitors, unload vehicles, and sort the materials.
These people are a wide variety of folks, a lot of ERG folks, and not even a lot, maybe 50%. The rest of it is family and friends that we've been able to bring in and work for us, and most of them work multiple events yearly with us, so we have a well-seasoned crew. I have I think 4 events this weekend, this being the largest, and we're also up north in Kalkaska. We're in Toledo today. So we on certain days have 100 people employed, and they're not volunteered. So we do pay them to help us out. Oh. Yeah, and everybody says we volunteered to work, right? But they're actually being paid to work. So, but yeah, a lot of friends and family. My dad alone, he works probably a dozen events with me for the past 5 years.
Flammable liquids are collected and repurposed as fuel, and electronics are broken down into raw materials that can be recycled.
And the electronics are one of the things that is almost 100% recycled, right? They're broke down for computer component parts, not sold, not resold. We have no interest in any of that. It is off to the metal markets for reclaim. So even your old TVs, the council TVs, it doesn't matter. Even the new TVs, we see a ton of them, all sent off for recycling.
If you missed Saturday's event, there is still one more opportunity to take part. The final No Haz collection event of the season is scheduled to take place on Saturday, September 25th at the Oakland County Complex on Telegraph Road in Pontiac. If you have any questions, feel free to visit nohaz.com. According to the American Kennel Club, an estimated 1,000 house fires are accidentally started by a homeowner's pet every year. One local family came very close to losing their home and their pets inside, but thankfully tragedy was averted. ONTV's Joe Johnson has the story.
July 15th is National Pet Fire Safety Day. On that day, ADT Security Services hosted a press conference at a home on Kings Circle in Lake Orion. Representatives of ADT, as well as firefighters and dignitaries, were present to look back at an incident that could have been catastrophic. On May 27th, while the Vena family was out of the house, their golden retriever, Finn, tried to reach some food that was on the counter near the stove. Finn somehow managed to turn on the burner, which started a fire. Smoke set off multiple detectors, which alerted ADT's monitoring center. A dispatcher contacted 911, and the Orion Township Fire Department was quickly on the scene to extinguish the fire and save the pets in the home. The incident was captured on video.
Well, I had cameras inside the house, and I was shocked to see that a dog is big enough and can hit that button just the right way so that it puts the pressure in and turns it at the same time. I never heard of something like that, so I was just as shocked as everybody else to see that a dog could actually start a fire.
Fire Marshal Jeff Williams said these type of incidents happen more often than you might think and offered some advice to prevent it from happening in your home.
Well, I think the number one thing to do is make sure that you don't store any items on the stove. Obviously, if you do have pets at home and you don't have anything on the stove and they do happen to turn it on accident, that will stop the fact that something could catch on fire. One of the best things that you can do for homeowners, and it is a program that we offer to our entire township, total 36 square miles, is we have a smoke detector program. So it is key that you always check your smoke alarms, make sure that the batteries are operational, make sure that everything works properly. And if at any time anybody has any issues or needs assistance with checking them or getting them replaced, please contact the Orion Township Fire Department or check our Facebook page. We do have a program for a free installation.
ADT's Bob Tucker told us this incident illustrates the importance of having a service that can notify first responders when no one is at home.
This home was empty. The dogs were home alone, along with a cat and a fish. So the fire would have had to build and build and build with flames almost going through the roof before neighbors would have detected it. And by then it would have been too late. Animals breathe a lot more rapidly than humans, so just a little bit of smoke can get in their lungs, cause smoke inhalation, and take them down. And then a fire doubles in size every 30 seconds to 1 minute. So in only a matter of another 10 minutes, this house would have been burned to the ground.
I'm just forever grateful. They saved members of my family. Everything they do every day. I'm sure there's lots of false alarms. There's probably a lot of downtime. But an instance like this, it mattered that they got here so fast and were able to save, my house, but my dogs.
ADT also presented a check for $5,000 to the Orion Township Fire Department and supplied them with window clings that will be distributed to pet owners. The window cling alerts firefighters to the number of pets inside the home when they respond to a fire. In Lake Orion, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
Thanks, Joe. Throughout the summer, there is no shortage of live music performances for Lake Orion residents to enjoy. Between the Wildwood Amphitheater, Children's Park Gazebo, and Camp Agawam's Fire Bowl, there will be more than 50 concerts by the time summer winds down. Recently, our own Amanda Pordun attended the Lake Orion Music Festival, where she chatted with representatives of the Detroit Youth Choir.
On Saturday, July 17th, 20 Front Street held the first Lake Orion Music Festival at Wildwood Amphitheater. There was a total of 4 acts, including the Detroit Youth Choir, or DYC. The group competed on America's Got Talent in 2019, coming in second place behind singer Cody Lee. The Detroit Youth Choir started 25 years ago as the Detroit Children's Choir under the conductorship of Fleming J. Ivory before being handed down to current director Anthony White. After taking over, White changed the program's mission into one that helps show the community that there's more to Detroit than meets the eye.
Detroit Youth Choir embarked on a journey to LA, I want to say the summer of 2019. And we were there for a month. And in that month, we were drilled and made good to what we are. The producers and everybody collaborated with our staff to actually train our kids while we were there. So it was actually a good thing for our kids that they were getting professional training while they were in LA with America's Got Talent. So not only did we make it to second place, we have a group of kids with professional training where they can go to any choir or any organization in the world and be successful.
I had the chance to hear about the experience from some of the program participants. Almost all of them mentioned that the most memorable part of being on America's Got Talent was after their first performance when Terry Crews hit the golden buzzer.
Not expected.
Oh, you know what?
Wait. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Holly, but I have to tell you, every young man and woman on the stage represents me and where I came from. I remember sitting out my window in Flint, Michigan, dreaming and wanting to make it and wanting to be here. And they're here. And they did so well that I have to do this. All it takes is one person to believe in a young man or woman for them to reach their dreams, and you are that man, sir.
Director Anthony White said that this one action has put them on the map and has brought them many new opportunities.
We have a show coming on Disney Plus entitled Choir, and there will be a docuseries and a scripted series. Scripted series written by the writer for Queen Sugar, which is on the OWN network, the Oprah network, and we also put out Glory, which is a remake of the John Legend and Common song. Actually, we just won a Stellar Award with that, and that's big because Stellar Award is like, okay, now we're in the gospel field, now we're in a general music field, now we're in the gospel field, so we're kind of all over the place. But our young people just they're on it and with it for the ride. We take all young people. It's not just you have to be from Detroit. We have kids actually live out here. We have kids that live in Pontiac, Roseville, East Side, West Side, South Side, North Side. So it's not that we only take Detroit young people. To be a member of the Detroit Youth Choir, all you have to do is submit a video of you singing, your age and your school and your name. Send it to DYC auditions at yahoo.com. And it'll come to me and my staff. We'll decipher it and then we'll invite you in for an in-person audition.
If you're interested in learning more about the Detroit Youth Choir or are interested in attending one of their events, you can follow them on Instagram at DYCOfficial or visit their website, DetroitYouthChoir.org. From Wildwood Amphitheater for ONTV News, I'm Amanda Porter.
Thanks, Amanda. The free concerts at Wildwood Amphitheater will come to an end on August 10th with a performance by the Beatles tribute band Shout. The concerts in Children's Park conclude in September. One of the perks of joining the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce is a ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate grand openings or milestones. Recently, the Chamber helped one local business celebrate their rebranding. On Thursday, July 22nd, representatives of the Chamber of Commerce and the Lake Orion DDA gathered on M24 to celebrate the merger of Lakes Community Credit Union with Birmingham Bloomfield Credit Union to form Michigan United Credit Union.
1, 2, 3.
And to have the Chamber and the DDA coming out and supporting you, what does that mean to you?
It's great. It shows us that we have a lot of partners in there that are pulling for us for our success. And that is a great feeling to have, to be a business owner in this community, to have the community kind of surround us and be excited with us while we embark on this new branding effort with Michigan United Credit Union.
This building on M24 was constructed in 2001 and occupied by Lakes Community Credit Union until the merger. It's been rebranded as Michigan United since July 1st, and you'll be seeing its staff supporting various community events throughout the year.
Yeah, we are definitely want to give back to the community. You will be seeing the Michigan United name a lot more in this area now because, you know, with the merger, it's allowed us to get a lot more resources where we can invest more into the community programs and service this community a little bit better than we were able to before.
The Lake Orion location is one of 6 locations in the Metro Detroit area, including Birmingham, Holly, Shelby Township, and 2 in Waterford. For more information, visit michiganunitedcu.org. Speaking of new businesses, the Oxford community has recently acquired a new option for those looking for some tasty pizza. Reporter Lauren Creighton talked to the owner, who is a familiar face in the community.
Hello, I'm in downtown Oxford right now, letting you guys know that Sick Pizza is officially open, and I'm sitting with the owner, Scott Taylor, right now, who's going to give us a tour of his brand new restaurant. You ready?
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's gonna be hot.
The new pizzeria just opened at the end of June. Mr. Taylor and his partner, Tom Bailey, took over the former Vendetti's Pizza and Sub Shop in May. However, their pizza journey began long before then.
During COVID, I was laid off from my job, and a friend of mine owns a pizzeria in Clarkston, the guy that I used to own the pizza place with in the 90s. It's Crave, and I worked with him a couple days a week just to, you know, hang out and burn time, and I really got the bug again. So kind of at the same time when I went back to my regular job at Lake Orion Plumbing, where I worked for 11 years, it was one of those things where this place became available and things just kind of fell in, and we decided to do it. So
the story behind the name Sick Pizza holds even more nostalgia for Taylor.
We're just trying to have fun, you know. It's with the name Sick Pizza. That actually came. My partner is he's also a race car driver. He's got the fastest street car in America right now, and his race team is 6 seconds. So we were trying to go through the names and talking about family names and the street and the address and everything, and it just kept coming back to Sick. So we went with it, and I think the logo's cool, and people are loving it.
Sick Pizza opened on National Detroit-Style Pizza Day, hence the name of their specialty dish. They also offer many different options, including gluten-free, along with their famed breadsticks and a variety of salads.
Everything is fresh. All the meats are cooked from fresh. There's no pellets. There's no bacon toppings. It's bacon. We cook down, I've cooked a lot of bacon. Lots of bacon, and also our sauce is made, you know, everything is made from scratch.
Right now, Sick Pizza is open every day from 4 to 8 p.m. You can place an order online through their website at www.sickpizza.com.
After 25 years, my kids always ask me, what's your favorite thing that you ever did? And I was always like, making pizzas and running a pizza shop.
Sick Pizza is located across from Harmon Auto Glass here in downtown Oxford. You can place your orders online today. For ONTV News, I'm Lauren Creighton.
Thanks, Lauren. And with that, we'll wrap up this edition of ONTV News. On behalf of the hardworking ONTV News team, I'm Stacy Calloway. Thanks for watching.